Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to NY Mania. How's it going? How's your Sunday afternoon going? Hope all is well. And we are getting close to the kickoff between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And our main man, George, will be doing the play-by-play. At halftime, as soon as halftime comes up, Evan from the morning crew and all crew will be giving you updates on the scores. And so a couple of things, and I'll go over the scoreboard for you before we turn it over to George. Well, first of all, as you know, everyone, we are going to we have the game today, and then we have a wrap-up show at 8 p.m. right here on NY Yankee Mania. Please subscribe, press the like button, and we really appreciate it as we're getting closer to 600 subs. Two more, baby, two more to go, and you definitely know what our target is: 1,000 by opening day, which is 123 days away. As I see, we're going to get a thumbs up from George if he's ready. He is ready. So without any further ado, everyone, going to give it off to our great play-by-play man. Actually, his first play-by-play of football right here on NY Mania. I hope you enjoy it. Your questions and everything, let it out. When we have a chance, we will definitely answer them. But the main thing is enjoy play-by-play. Watch the game on your TV. And we're going to say hello and give it off to George. George, good afternoon, man.
Joe, what's up? What's up?
How you doing?
Doing good.
Just happened to see another tough loss by the Giants, huh?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
That's probably what we're going to have here.
Is the game over?
No, they're still going. So once the Giant game ends, the Eagles game turns on for me. So we should be ready in about 2 minutes to start.
Okay. Well, what happened? Isn't it the first team that scores wins?
No, both teams get the ball.
Oh, so even if they score, the other team has a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 3rd and 10 right now in Detroit. So really, this is desperation right here for the Giants. Ball on the 30. Winston in the shotgun takes it, drops back into the pocket, looking for man open, fires into the slot. Can't find anything. It's broken up, forces a 4th and 10. So I do believe, the Giants are going to go for it because, what other chance do they have? Jameis Winston
really
upset, missed his man right there, was targeting Robinson. So really have to come through here if you want to have any chance of winning this, but it really is looking like a Detroit W here.
Of course, the Jets lost.
Ah, well, what's new?
Jeez.
What's new?
Terrible.
Well, Jameis Winston setting up for what could be play of the game, trying to keep this one alive. It's 4th and 10. Trips lined up to his right. Signals for it, alone in the backfield. Winston in the shotgun, drops back, looking for anything, rolling over to his left. He's going to take it himself, going forward. He's got the first down, and there's a flag on the play. Winston gets it with his legs. Flag on the play, though. And it's on the defense. So new life for the Giants as they're still in this one.
Jeez.
Just hope this game ends so we could get to the Eagles-Cowboys game.
Yeah. Well, would they put it on another network for now, or what would they do?
I checked Red Zone, nothing yet. So still riding with the Giants game.
Gotcha.
But I'm sure this game's going to be over soon. It's a new set of downs, though. They're setting up shop at the 41. Winston fakes the handoff, really drops back, firing forward, and it's brought down Believe that was Theo Johnson, and they signal it a catch. So just like that, the Giants moving the ball efficiently now down the field. Great catch by Theo Johnson. No, we wanted to see the start of the Eagles game, but we got some action going on here.
Look.
Giants moving the chains. What up, Bryce? Another new set of downs for the Giants. Past midfield now. Winston hands it off. Tracy gets some blocks, gets maybe 5 yards on that carry. Excuse me, that was Singletary. 2nd and 5 for the G-men. It's been a very good game for Jameis Winston. Just a big shootout here in Detroit. High scoring game, 34-27. Giants looking to keep their heads above water. 2nd and 5. Winston under center. Hands it off. Going up the middle. Doesn't get the first, but a few yards on the play. Forcing a 3rd down. Again, Singletary with the carry. 7 minutes on the clock. 3rd and 2. Lions looking to shut things down once and for all. Clock ticking. Winston's calling an audible. 2 seconds on the play clock's going to have to call it, and he does not get it. Flag on the play for delay of game. How we doing, everybody? We're going to have some Eagles Cowboys action coming your way. We're just finishing up the drama here in Detroit.
Amazing, every time you think you're going to go one way and something else develops. It's unreal. It always happens that way, man. Always.
Man, over 1,000 yards of offense for these two teams today.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Unreal.
Bryce, we're going to have everything opened right afterwards because George is going to be doing the game, and it's all his. I'm on giving him support until the Cowboys and the Eagles goes, and then he's going to give you the best play-by-play he can.
And Jameis Winston rolls over to his right for another 1st down, finds Tyrone Tracy. So they're really moving up the field now. 6 minutes and ticking on the clock. Fresh set of downs, setting up shop at the 47. Winston, play action, throws it over to screen pass over to Robinson, who gets a few yards on the play.
Thanks, Bryce, that you're going to be here for the whole day. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
2nd and 7 for the Giants. Looking to pull off the upset. Well, first they got to tie the game.
Yeah, I was just
down by 7. Five and a half minutes left on the clock. 2nd and 7. Winston in the shotgun with a back behind him. Play action, steps back. Winston airing it out towards the sideline. Can't connect with Robinson. Forces a 3rd and 7 now. Just out of reach for the receiver. That would have been a 1st down and then some. Possibly could have found the end zone right there. Really close right there for the Giants, but they're now forced to make a play on 3rd and 7. As Robinson jogs over to the sideline.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. The Cowboy-Eagle game will be coming up immediately following this game. So stay tuned, everyone. Pull up your feet. You have the TV on. Listen to George and get going.
Winston hands off to Tracy, who gets a few yards. It's now 4th and 5. Do or die right here for the Giants. We're in overtime. 4 minutes, 50 seconds, and ticking on the clock. The Giants are down by 7, 34-27. They have to convert here, or the game is over. The ball is in the hands of Jameis Winston. He's in the shotgun, back lined up over to his left. Winston trying to get them to jump. Nothing doing right here. Winston takes the snap, drops back into the pocket, looking for a man open. Winston, line collapses, and he is sacked. Aiden Hutchinson seals the deal for Detroit as the Lions defeat the Giants 34-27.
Wow. Just on time. 4:30 Eastern time.
We did it.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a giant Lions game, everyone. And you actually got a feel of Thanksgiving. You got the Lions.
Yep.
And you got the Cowboys. And you got NY Mania. And you have George. Can you have anything better than that, guys? Come on, let's be real. So, George, have a good play-by-play. Thank you for everything. Just enjoy it. And we're looking forward to listening to your first broadcast here on NY Yankee Mania. And Evan will be with you for halftime for the updated scores. So enjoy, have fun. Everybody enjoy it. And please press the like button. Show some love to George. And, of course, please subscribe. 2 away from 600, guys. Let's go. Let's do this. Thank you, guys. George, have a good one. And you let us know if you need anything. Enjoy the broadcast. Let's go, Cowboys.
Let's go, babe.
See you later.
See ya. Alrighty. We got full command right here. And we're just about to take you live to Dallas. What is up, Michael, Jason, Bryce? Who else we got here? Yankee Kyle. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream here on NY Yankee Mania. Good game, a good rivalry game right here. So let me see right here. See if I can get something up on your screen right now. But I'm waiting for it to come up on my TV, and then we'll get going right here. But little score, no score yet. 14 minutes, 54 seconds on the clock. So we are ready to go right now. How's everybody doing today? Everyone doing good? Hope everyone's having a good day. Good day going on here. And the Eagles have it. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs, wearing their Kelly Greens here in Dallas. Hurts drops back into the pocket, rolling over, getting chased down by Quinnen Williams, and he's going to have to throw it out of bounds. What is up, Johnny? What is up, Michael? This is my first time doing a football game on NY Yankee Mania. I've done a lot of high school football games for my high school, but this is the first time I'm doing it here, and very excited to share this with you guys. That was Quinnen Williams chasing down Jalen Hurts, the former Jet. We actually have his auto up here. That was when I interviewed Quinnen, actually. It's 2nd and 10 now for the Birds. Hurts in the shotgun with Barkley over to his left. Trips over to his left as well. Hurts looking for someone open. Screen pass over to Barkley. Barkley's got some room. Barkley down the sideline. He's got a first down. Saquon Barkley moves the chains. What is up, Chef Nick? How we doing, man? Little rivalry game going on here. Get us in the mood for Thanksgiving. They got that ugly score bug here on the TV. The one they used for the Super Bowl. That's ugly right there. First and 10, fresh set of downs. The Eagles setting up shop at the 20-yard line. Hurts takes the snap, drops back, airing it out again to Barkley, who takes it over at the sideline for a short gain. Drops some score predictions. Who you think's getting this one? I know Yankee Kyle, he's got the Eagles. Anyone got the Cowboys in this one? I know Joe's a big Cowboy fan. Let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking, what you guys are feeling. 9:35 and ticking on the clock. 2nd and 8 here for the Birds. Hurts again in the shotgun. Hasn't taken one yet under center. Tight end in motion. They're going to hand it off to Barkley. Barkley looking for some blocks. Doesn't get anything. Maybe a yard or two. Forcing a 3rd and long. Eagles take it, Bryce says, coming from a Jet fan. I'm a Jet fan too, Bryce. We got the sauce up there. That obviously hurts to look at right now. We got Quinnen and Quincy over here. That obviously also hurts to look at right now. It's a 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. They're well in field goal range. In the red zone, Hurts. He's got trips lined up over to his right. Takes it, steps back, firing down the middle, and he's got A.J. Brown for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts threads the needle and finds number 11 in that end zone. First score of the game, the Eagles jump ahead 6-0. On 3rd and 5, Jalen Hurts stepped up and found his man A.J. Brown, who's had a very up and down season so far. Looking to have a big game, though, here. Jake Elliott with the extra point attempt. The snap, the kick, and the hold, and she is good. A beauty right through the middle of the uprights as the Birds jump ahead 7-0. A good drive on offense for the Eagles. Cowboys get it with 8:41 right after this break. And this break in the action is brought to you by Page Laundromat in Staten Island. Shout out to Page Laundromat.
Hey, George, I just wanted to make mention. Thank you for mentioning Page Laundromat. They are actually the stars of the show today. Page had a fire. The new owners had a fire in the store. It was almost a complete disaster. But thank God they got it, a little bit under control. Some of the roof came down and all of that. And we want to wish them here at NY Yankee Mania the very, very best. They're great people. And thank you. And actually, this is a little dedication to them for being with us with live games. So thank you, Paige Laundromat. We love you, and thank you. Continue listening and being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe. So the Eagles lead by 7. See if the Cowboys have any response in them. Still plenty of game left, though. If you guys want to put in the chat some stars of the game you guys have. Obviously, A.J. Brown getting the touchdown right there. Hurts looked pretty good moving the ball down the field. Happy about that. He's my fantasy QB. Try and scatter in a few fantasy updates, too, for you guys. Man, Jahmyr Gibbs got 55 points in fantasy today. We had to go against him, so that was fun. A.J. Brown is going to get another touchdown, Bryce says. Let's see. Let's see indeed. What is up, Evan? Welcome to the chat. Bryce, free agency update. The Dodgers are expected to shift short-term resources to the outfield rather than invest long-term money in a player like Kyle Tucker, according to one Dodgers insider. Thank you very much for that update. As the Eagles kick it off and steam rolling towards the 30 is the return man. Flag, though, comes flying in on the play. See who it's on. It's holding on the receiving team, so it's on the Cowboys. So they're going to have to walk it back a little bit. So it's 1st and 10 for the Cowboys, and Dak Prescott jogs his team out there, setting up shop at the 19-yard line. Calls an audible, now has trips lined up to the left. Prescott takes it, looking down the middle and can't connect with anyone, almost picked off. Flag on the play, though. He was looking for CeeDee Lamb, one of the top receivers in the game. So it's going to be illegal contact on the Eagles. We'll see how that plays out on this series. New set of downs, though, as they walk it up to the 24. 1st and 10. Prescott under center. Kicks, got the tight end in motion. Pitches it backwards to his running back. Williams going forward. Gets a few yards on that carry. Javonte Williams getting going into this game. It's had a great season thus far. 8 minutes, 15 seconds, and ticking on the clock. Dallas down by 7. Playing at their home turf. Looking to respond with this drive. Play action. Prescott steps back. Going forward. Pitches it backwards now to the tight end. Breaks the line of scrimmage and gets a few yards on that play. Forces a 3rd down. Jalen Carter with the tackle. 3rd and 6 for the Cowboys. See if Prescott could step up and give his boys a fresh set of downs. Receiver in motion. Prescott steps back. Fires high in the air, throwing a deep ball, looking for Lamb, and nowhere close to him. Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, some miscommunication, and that forces a 3rd and out. Man, Prescott threw a bomb, probably 45 yards, maybe even 50, looking for Lamb, but could not connect on that one. Lamb not happy with that, pointing towards the lights, actually. Maybe he's saying he lost it, but either way, the Cowboys are forced to punt. Brian Anger kicking it out there as he shoots it forward down the field towards the Birds' return man, who signals for a fair catch. So just like that, the Kelly Green offense goes back out there. So we will go as TV goes to a quick commercial break. We got Evan up in the chat. We got, of course, Chef Nick, Bryce, Michael. Everyone's up here in the chat. So I know Bryce said A.J. Brown is going to get another touchdown. Who else do we think is going to find the end zone today, guys? Who else? Maybe like a CeeDee Lamb for the Cowboys? Do we think A.J. Brown's partner in crime, Devontae Smith, could find 6? You guys let me know. Hurts has 47 passing yards along with a touchdown so far on that one drive. What is up, Victor? Good to see you, my man. Appreciate the love, Victor. Man, Wando Robinson got 30 points in fantasy. His stat line today was 156 yards on 9 receptions with a touchdown. Very good day for Wando Robinson. Taking the role of Malik Neighbors, who are trying to pick up some of that slack, even though Giants were unable to keep up with the Detroit Lions as they lost in overtime. Calling the Bucks Rams game, Victor. Love to see that. See, I need the Rams to score a lot. I'm going against the Bucks defense. I also have Cade Otton though, so hopefully he can find the end zone. He's actually been pretty good this year, Cade Otton. He basically is guaranteed like 12 to 15 points a week. Not terrible. Obviously, the Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champions. They got that chip on their shoulder. As we're back here in Dallas. Eagles looking to score on back-to-back drives. It was Hurts to A.J. Brown for their first score. They're setting up shop on the 29-yard line. Hurts is in the shotgun with Barkley over to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Barkley. Barkley can't get anything, gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 2. Second and 11 for the Eagles. Hurts calling out plays to his fellow Kelly Green teammates. And man, really jumping off sides right there are the Cowboys. That's going to help the Eagles as they get to bring it forward a little bit. Or excuse me, I was on the Eagles, the false start. So that hurts them as they have to walk it back. Second and 16 for the Birds. Hurts in the shotgun. Gets it. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley gets a few yards on that play, but really nothing doing. Struggling to find any holes with this O-line. It's been a big talk of this season how the regression of the Eagles O-line has been. They are without Lane Johnson, I believe, which is arguably the best O-lineman in the whole game, besides, of course, my goat, Penei Sewell. So it's now 3rd and 14 for the Eagles. Hurts alone in the backfield, deep in the shotgun. Trips lined up over to his right. Hurts takes it, steps back, gonna air it out, throws it over, finds Barkley. Barkley is tackled though, and can't get anything on that play. Maybe a yard or 2, but that doesn't help at all. The Eagles 3 and out as they're forced to punt. What's up, Travis? So back-to-back stall outs for both teams after the first score. Eagles punting the ball back over to the Cowboys offense. Ugh. There's the boop. A little bit of a low punt. I do believe we had contact with the punter as a flag comes across. Yeah, let's see if you were watching the replay, seeing if he was hit. Ooh. Cleat to the helmet, actually. The punter's foot hit one of the player, excuse me, his knee hit one of the Cowboys players. So I guess, yeah, I guess that is making contact with the punter. So I assume the penalty's on the boys. What is up, everybody? So because of that, the Eagles do get the ball back. Now it's a 1st and 10. Just like that, Jalen Hurts just gets it back. Hurts fires it down the middle, and just like that, A.J. Brown finds another 1st down. A.J. Brown really getting things going here. Hurts is now 7 for 8 with about 67 for 8, 63 yards and a touchdown in this game. Fresh set of downs for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Hurts drops back again, and he's going to be throwing a deep ball down the field looking for Smith. Can't connect. A little too much on that one. Overshot him a little bit. 2nd and 10. Thanks for the love, Nick. Thanks for the love, my guy. Yeah, Hurts just threw it a little too much past Devontae Smith, number 6. Former Heisman Trophy winner. 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. Hurts again dropping back into the pocket, getting chased. He's going to have to throw it out. He was looking for Smith, actually, but ball just sails out of bounds. 3rd and 10 now. You can see Hurts. This O-line just kind of crumbled again. He had a few guys going right after him. Had to get rid of that one. Did not want to take the sack. So in result of that, it's now 3rd and 10. Let's see if Hurts can step up. 3rd and long for the Birds. Playing in their rival stadium in Dallas. Hurts drops back. Flag on the play. Airs it out, looking for Smith through his hands and out of bounds. Flag is on the play. We'll see what that's got to do with it. Who it's on. Smith slow to get up, holding his back. His lower back he's holding. He was brought down forcefully. Saying he's okay, though, going back onto the field. But it was offsides on the Cowboys. So just like that, could have been another 3rd and out for the Eagles. They get another chance. I feel like penalties are going to be a big part of this game. 3rd and 5 now as the Eagles walk it up a few yards. Hurts. And the shotgun trips lined over to his left. Takes it. Drops back. Throws it into the slot and finds A.J. Brown for a big gain. A.J. Brown already making his presence known, and Bryce is calling it. Bryce said that A.J. Brown's going to have a game, and so far he definitely is. Hurts and Brown have 100% been on the same page, just going right through the middle. They've been finding that soft spot right in the slot. Already 66 yards today for A.J. Brown. Hurts hands it off Keeps it himself. Going forward, gets a few yards on the QB keeper. Eagles working their way into the red zone now. 2nd and 6. Ball at about the 26-yard line. Tight end in motion as they pitch it over to him. Gets some blocks going forward. Gets beamed down, though. Eagles trying to push him forward. Play is dead. Gets a few yards on that. 3rd and 3 now for the Eagles. Definitely in field goal range for Jake Elliott. That was Gibson right there with the carry. Let's see, though, what the Birds have in store for us on 3rd and 3 in the red zone. 2 minutes and ticking on the clock here in the first quarter. The Eagles and their Kelly Greens lead by 7. Looking to add on to that lead, though. A.J. Brown's got a one-on-one matchup over to the left. Timeout called, though. Eagles call their first timeout of the game. What do you guys think is going to happen here? You think the Eagles going to get the first? You think they're going to get a touchdown? You think they're going to be forced to kick the field goal? What's going on in here, guys? What's running through your heads? Let me know in the chat here on NY Yankee Mania. My name is George Sewell. I'm with Swinging for the Fences. That is me. Bryce thinks there's going to be a touchdown. Bryce thinks the Eagles find 6, and I'm guessing he thinks that's going to be A.J. Brown. So Bryce says touchdown. Let's see if he is right. 3rd and 3. Yeah, he's calling for an A.J. Brown touchdown. Let's see it, Bryce. Let's see if you are correct. If so, you might want to buy yourself a lottery ticket. As Brown hustles out there, his bright orange cleats and bright orange mouth guard. Hurts has 2 backs alongside him. Evan thinks first down. Let's see. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley gets some room, gets some space, and gets the first down. Evan wins that one. As it's a fresh set of downs. 1st and goal now for the Eagles. Barkley got pushed deep back behind the line of scrimmage because his O-line basically crumbled. But man, good speed by Saquon as he's able to power his way through and get that first down. So Bryce still thinks there's going to be an A.J. Brown touchdown here. 1st and goal. Hurts in the shotgun. Steps back. Firing towards A.J. Brown. Brown! Did he get the touchdown? Yes, he did! 2nd of the day for A.J. Brown. As he's able to reach the ball over the goal line as the Eagles jump ahead by 13. Bryce, you got to buy yourself a lottery ticket, man. And just like that, the Cowboys are down by 2 scores. A.J. Brown really heating up. Really good job by Brown, able to reach that ball over the goal line. Calling a 3-touchdown day for A.J. Brown. Well, Bryce, within the first quarter, Brown was already able to get 2. He only needs 1 more, and he's got 3 of those quarters left to do it. No. Oh, are they saying he's short? I think they are. Well, I wish I knew what the name of that orange thing was on the side because Brown made contact with that, but instead they're going to mark him short. His 2 feet didn't get in. Gotcha, Bryce. Gotcha. So it's 2nd and goal now. Man, an A.J. Brown touchdown would have been nice for me. The pylon. Pylon, it's called. Thank you, Bryce. I would have loved an A.J. Brown touchdown for my fantasy game. Would have loved it. Instead, though, it is 2nd and goal for the Birds. 1 minute, 2 seconds on the clock. See if he finds Brown again. Hurts alone in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. Barkley lines up as a receiver over to the left next to Brown. Hurts is going to keep it running forward, and he's into the end zone. Jalen Hurts coming through like a freight train on the design QB keeper. Really good job by the Philly O-line to protect their quarterback. He had to take it a little bit of himself. He jumped twice, and on the second hop was able to clear the goal line, as now that makes it 13-0 Philly. So Hurts now has 90 yards passing, a passing touchdown, and now a rushing touchdown. Jake Elliott, the extra point attempt, and she is good. The Birds go up by 14. Already now, guys. Already it is happening. The Eagles jumping ahead by 2. Yeah. Hope Bryce didn't get your AJ Brown touchdown there, but I got my Hurts touchdown. Are you tired, George? Nah, I just yawn a lot, to be honest with you. It's just the thing I do, Michael. I'm a big yawner. Know what I'm saying? Big yawner. Thank you, Evan. Appreciate the love. A 7-yard rushing touchdown for Jalen Hurts. Yep, make sure everyone's subscribing, all the new viewers here. Trying to see now if the Cowboys can respond. Now down by 2 scores. Trying to cut that lead in half. A little bit of time left here in the first quarter. $57 seconds on the clock. As the Eagles kick it out, it's going to be a touchback for the Cowboys. So the Cowboys setting up shop at the 35-yard line. Prescott hands it off to Williams. Williams gets some blocks. Williams got open room, and he gets a first down. Good run right there by Javonte Williams. Good job right there by the Dallas O-line, opening up those holes for their running back. See if the Cowboys keep running it. Prescott under center. Play action. Prescott throwing over, and he finds CeeDee Lamb, who drops the ball. CeeDee had it. It was a good grab, jumping for it, but could not hold on to it. Tucker is from the Tampa area, and not many teams are going to be able to compete with the big numbers, the Yanks. So I'm starting to see I see it too. I see it too, Bryce. So CeeDee Lamb could not hang on to it. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Williams. Williams doesn't get anything this time. Eagles D-line read that like a book. Timeout called by the Cowboys. We have a short break going on over here. Guys think the Cowboys score on this drive? Let me know in the comments. We'll get to that. Bryce has been bringing up some baseball. You got any baseball? Throw it your way. Baseball is my expertise. So you got anything you want to chat about right here during these breaks? Let me know. So we don't have complete dead silence. I am indeed a Yankee fan. What do you think Tucker gets, and when do you see it done? Tucker is getting around 400. I'd say the lowest is like 390. I'd say the max is 425 for Kyle Tucker. I have to check something real quick in terms of when he's gonna get signed. I honestly just need to check: is Kyle Tucker a Scott Boras client? And he is not. So there's no annoying Scott Boras who prolongs the signings till like January. So keep that in mind. I could see something happening a few weeks maybe before, maybe like a week and a half, maybe, Bryce, before Christmas. I could see Tucker getting signed. Maybe around the time Freed got signed. Give you that ballpark right there. How many years do you think Kyle Tucker will get? He is going to get a long contract. He is going to get something lengthy. I think he's at least getting 10 years. I think we could maybe see a 12-year if teams are really willing to do that. I mean, Kyle Tucker, he's not the youngest guy. He's not old or anything. He's just right in the middle. I believe he is 29 maybe. Let me double check that for you, but Kyle Tucker, he is 28. So you do the math right there. But yeah, I think he gets a 10-year deal. 10 to 12. It's tough going 10 years on any player, 100%. Only player I can think of who's like done that in free agency is Soto, but that's only because he's so young. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Cowboys. New quarter set to go. 15 minutes on the clock as we're in the second. Prescott takes it, steps back, 8 yards to go, fires it down the slot, and this one is caught by CeeDee Lamb, but the ball goes loose. The ball goes loose, and the Cowboys had it for a second, then they lost it again. I think the Eagles have it. The Eagles indeed have the football. It is fumbled by CeeDee Lamb. Let me break this down. Prescott found Lamb. Lamb caught it. Lamb fumbled it. It was then recovered by the Cowboys. The Cowboys then lost it, and the Eagles jumped on it. The Cowboys had it twice in the matter of 5 seconds, and they still lost it. Aye, aye, aye. The woes continue for the Cowboys and CeeDee Lamb. Don't forget, he had that huge drop that would have put them deep into Eagle territory. Instead, they give it right back over to the Birds. Tough break for Dallas. See, I think it was when it's when Lamb made contact with the ground, couldn't handle that force, and the ball shot out. Or are they ruling this an incomplete pass? Calm down, Joe. I think they're saying he was down, actually. It's so hard to call a game with headphones and not hearing the volume. I cannot hear what the refs are saying, but it's a fresh set of downs for the boys, actually, as they hand it off to Williams. Williams gets eaten up by the turf monster, and he fumbles. So CeeDee didn't fumble, but Javonte Williams does. And this is a legit fumble. So the Cowboys thought they caught a break with CeeDee almost fumbling. Then, the very next play, they hand it off to Javonte Williams, who fumbles. You have the almost fumble, but then you have the legit one. So Javonte Williams, I guess, completes the agenda for the Cowboys. I guess they really, really wanted to fumble on this drive. But man, he fell. Looks like he got eaten up by the turf monster, and the ball just flew out of his hands. Would you look at that? I think Tucker will sign before Bellinger does. Oof, that's interesting right there. I think Bellinger's a really hot commodity right now. You know why? Because with signing Bellinger, there isn't the risk of signing Tucker. There's obviously a risk with Tucker, and there's obviously the money and the years. Bellinger's not going to get a 10-year deal. Bellinger isn't getting a $400 million deal. So Bellinger is very wanted right now, and he's more of a better fit for a lot of teams. A lot of teams can't get Tucker. It doesn't fit for them, but it fits with Bellinger. That's what we have to look at. I think the Yankees are going to be very active with trades. Yeah, I think so too. Because here's the thing. I think that Brian Cashman is just done. I just think he's done with Jason Dominguez. I really do. He said they have 2 vacancies in the outfield. 2. He's done with Dominguez. He is sent on trading Jason Dominguez this offseason. I don't hate it. I really don't, because if you're just not gonna give Dominguez a chance, and you're just gonna let him sit on the bench, what's the point? What's the point? Because I really know that if Dominguez is on the roster next year, he is not going to get the fair shot he deserves. It's just a fact. So why not trade him? If he's not going to get those ABs, if he's not going to get those starts, why waste him on the bench when you could trade him for value? There's value in Jason Dominguez. He is a young 5-tool, a 4-tool player, because he doesn't have the fielding aspect, but he's a good player. He's a good player lots of teams will want. What is up, Nathan? What is up, Sean? What is up, everybody? Yeah, Michael, I just don't see the point, because we know what they think about we know what they think about Dominguez. He's not going to get the at-bats he should next year. Why would you keep him when you could trade him for something big? Now the question is, what's the big thing you're going to trade him for? Trade for Donovan is a possibility. Yeah. Donovan is. Maybe. I mean, you would definitely have to get rid of rid of McMahon then, because Donovan would be like your third baseman probably. But yeah, so the Eagles have it, setting up shop at the 34-yard line. Hurts having a great game so far, 9 for 13, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, scrambling in the pocket, throws it forward, finds Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and then some. I know he's got talent, Bryce. The problem is we know that, but the front office doesn't. The front office does not see what we see in Dominguez. That's the problem. That's the bottom line. If we were the GM, sure, we would give Dominguez a chance, but that's not. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Barkley gets the handoff, gets maybe a yard, flag on the play. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's great. We know what Dominguez is capable of. We do, but he's not going to get a chance. Cashman has already said, he's already alluded to the fact that Jason Dominguez, he's done with. He doesn't see on this team next year. What is up, Damien? So that's where we stand. Holding on the Eagles, by the way. Sirianni not happy with that. So the Eagles are going to have to walk it back a little bit. Dominguez, I think, might be done a little bit. Dominguez has lots of trade value, Damien. You could call up lots of teams right now in the MLB who would be very glad to trade for Jason Dominguez. 1st and 20, though, for the Kelly Green Eagles. Hurts has a lot of ground to make up. Fakes the handoff to Barkley, steps back, deep in the pocket. Lots of time to throw. Hurts getting chased back, airs it out, looking for his man, and can't connect with Barkley. That ball goes out of bounds. A team would not be taking that big of a chance. I'm telling you, Damien, lots of teams would be willing to take a chance on Dominguez. That's just a fact. This guy has been the prodigal son for multiple seasons. Ever since he's been a prospect, ever since he signed with the Yankees internationally. His name's been known. His name's been out there. This isn't some Joe Schmo out there. Yeah, he headlines a package, Bryce. That's exactly it. 2nd and 20 here for the Eagles. Hurts is under center. Smith in motion. Hurts hands it off to Bigsby. Bigsby gets a few yards coming over in that trade from Jacksonville. But yeah, he's the headline. Teams might honestly want Dominguez more than Spencer Jones. Because I think Dominguez might be younger than Spencer Jones, guys. Dominguez might be younger, and he's had multiple pro at-bats, and he has shown flashes in those pro at-bats. He's shown that he can do stuff at the MLB level. He's a hot commodity. People want him. We haven't done him any favors. The best favor we might do for him, Michael, is send him to a new team. 3rd and 12. Hurts throwing the deep ball, looking for Smith, and it's caught. Oh my goodness. What a catch by Devontae Smith. A huge gain for Philly. Oh my goodness. On 3rd and 15, Jalen Hurts steps up, throws a bomb. An even better catch, though, by Devontae Smith. Oh my goodness. It is now 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Oh my goodness. Handoff now to Devontae Smith. Smith coming forward. Smith towards the end zone. And he is just short at the 1-yard line. It is 1st and goal for the Eagles. Yeah, I agree with Evan, man. They're using him as a utility guy. They see him as a rotation piece. Now, in all fairness, when it comes to Dominguez, this is what happened. Giancarlo Stanton was playing out of his mind. You couldn't keep him out of the lineup. Judge couldn't play right field for a little bit because of his elbow. And Grisham and Bellinger were playing out of their minds. There were people ahead of him. Now at the goal line, there's that signature tush push. And just like that, Hurts is in there for his 3rd touchdown of the game. 2nd rushing. So that the Eagles jump ahead by 20. 157 yards passing and 3 total touchdowns. Breaking news, the Atlanta Braves sign Joel Payamps to a 1-year, $2 million quarter deal, $2.25 million deal. Here's the extra point try with Jake Elliott. The snap, the hold, the kick, and she is good. The Eagles jump ahead by 3 scores, 21-0. Yeah, Michael, this might be, the game might already be decided. Might already be at that point, Michael. One more sub to 599. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get 600. Let's do it, guys. Cowboys defense is lost today. Everyone's lost today on the Cowboys. I think the Yankees make some moves, like reliever type moves. Yeah, I think my guy right there is Reed Detmers in Anaheim. I think that's who we could trade Austin Wells for. Left-handed reliever out of the pen for the Angels. I think that's who we could trade for. Bryce wasn't subbed the whole time? I think that's 600, though. I think Bryce might be 600.
Hey, thank you, everybody in the chat. We just hit a goal of 600 subs. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going. We have 123 days to get to 1,000. Let's go. Thank you so much. Oh,
Whoa! Breaking news. The New York Mets and Texas Rangers are finalizing a trade that would send second baseman Marcus Semien to the Mets and outfielder Brandon Nimmo to the Rangers.
That doesn't make sense.
Jeff Passan reported it. No freaking way.
What do you think of it?
Let me check X.
Yeah, so I'm checking right now.
Let me check X. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's true. Marcus Semien to the Mets.
Well, when he's on, he's a very good player. But I'm very, very surprised they traded Nimmo. A lot of news coming out, guys.
That's big right there, baby.
Oh, it's funny. So Bryce said he wasn't subscribed.
Well, no time like the present.
That's great. Thank you, Bryce. I didn't mean to jump on your toes here. I just wanted to celebrate here to let everybody know what a great job, guys. Let's move forward. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a while.
Nah, I mean, the Cowboys just trying to score anything right here. Semien age 35. Man, Semien's older than I thought. I see his numbers last year. Oh, man. Semien had a rough year, though, guys. Semien batted 230, 15 homers. Only 15 homers, damn. As CeeDee Lamb gets about 5 yards on that reception. Third down for the Cowboys as they're down by 21. They have to do something here. have to do something. But Semien had a really bad season, especially for his standards. Ooh, could that mean Seager gets traded? Yeah, that's true, Bryce. It's 3rd and 3 right here for the Cowboys, looking to convert, get a fresh set of downs. Dak takes it in the shotgun, steps way back, Aaron get out for Pickens. Excuse me, Ferguson. How do I mix those two up for the first down? Yeah, so a tough year for Marcus Semien. Brandon Nimmo, they give up 2. Man. I wonder. Yeah, no way that's 1 for 1. Flags come flying in. What do I think? I honestly think that's a weird trade for the Mets. You have a guy in Marcus Semien who the past couple years has been regressing. Last year, he didn't do anything. The year before, he was very good, but this is back-to-back seasons of Marcus Semien where he has been on a pretty steady decline. I don't really think next year's going to be anything. Both of those seasons, too, have been injury-riddled. So 2 seasons where he's missed time with injury. So yeah, you have a 35-year-old who, when he's played, has not played good. 2 seasons where he's been hurt. So I don't think I don't really think that's the move right there for the Mets. I think if anything, you want to get some pitching first. You got to get some pitching before you worry about this offense. I know the offense isn't great, but man, you have Soto, you have Lindor, you can try and get Alonso. You have stuff going for you on offense. Nimmo's not that bad. Nimmo had a good year, 25 homer season. But the salaries might be pretty close, Michael. That's I did not see that coming. Did not see that coming at all. Let me do something fun. It's 3rd and 3, by the way. Cowboys working their way towards Eagle territory. Dak in the shotgun takes it back, fires over the middle, finds George Pickens for a first down. See here. So, if Marcus Semien, so home run wise, he hit only 14 last year. If he played in Citi Field last year, he would have hit 17. So 3 more homers for Semien if he played in Citi Field. Just want to look at that. Handoff, not much doing. You think they're? Oh yeah, they have to trade McNeil. I think the bigger question is, does Seager get traded? Are the Rangers in full sell mode? I think that's the question we have to ask ourselves. So 21 zip right here. The Cowboys looking to get some points on the board. Prescott throwing it out there, and George Pickens climbs the ladder for the first down. Big gain right there. Good throw by Prescott. Really good catch by Pickens. Gives it over to Ferguson. Ferguson powering forward, gets the first down just short of the goal line. The Cowboys threatening to score. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that for the Mets. I do not like that at all for the Mets. But hey, we're Yankee fans over here. What do we care? What do we care? First and goal right here. Williams takes it going towards the goal line. Is he in there? They are marking him short. Second and goal at the line. See if they do the same approach right here. Prescott. Flags come flying in. Someone jumped. Who was it? And it is on the Cowboys. Yeah, I think this is a weird trade for the Mets. I think Brandon Nimmo was working so well in that lineup. And really, you're taking a crazy flyer on Marcus Semien, someone who struggled to stay on the field. And when he was on the field, I just don't know. I don't see it.
I just want to chime in on something. I'd like to know the two salaries.
Two salaries. So Semien salary. Someone could throw that in the chat. I put it in there. Okay, let's take a look what Bryce had. 78 million over 3 years for Semien. So, yeah, so the Mets 78 for the next 3 years on Semien.
Oh, that's great. Okay. And I know Nimmo had a pretty hefty contract.
And Dak Prescott just got picked off in the end zone.
Oh,
Yeah, Nimmo also had a hefty contract. And that's not what I expected to hear. Not at all. As Dak threw another interception. As Dak threw his first pick of the game. Expecting more, though. Expecting more. Just the way this game is going for the Cowboys, man.
if everybody wants to know, Nimmo's contract is 162 million. 20 so in 2022 he signed it, and he gets 25 million per year. Wow.
Yeah.
So the Mets are saving half of the salary, so that's smart. How old did you say Simeon is? 34?
35.
35. Nimmo's what, 29, 30?
Like 33.
There's no question in my mind that they're either going to get Bellinger or Tucker.
Who, the Mets?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Or see if they could come through on it.
Oh, I think they will. I think they will. I'll tell you, Nimmo was a pain in the neck in that lineup. That's gonna. Met fans right now are probably scratching their head, but don't fret because there's a lot. We're going to talk about that in our wrap-up show, but I think they're going to be fine. How many minutes left in the game?
We have a few left in the second quarter.
Okay. Well, we're going to get Evan ready. Okay. Thank you. Well, and thank you, Bryce. You're the best. We're going to need you for the winter meetings, Bryce. Email me and we'll talk. I'd love to get your input.
Yeah, so 5 minutes left on the clock here in the second quarter. What's up? What's up, everybody? Ball on the 20-yard line. New set of downs here for Philly as Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Barkley, though, getting ravaged behind the line, gets a yard or two on that carry. It's just been a train wreck game for the Cowboys. Thank you, Nathan. And the Cowboys had some playoff hopes going into this one. Hurts in the shotgun, 2nd and 8. Barkley in motion. Hurts steps back, looking over, throws it down the middle, finds Devontae Smith for a little bit of a gain. $21-0, the Eagles lead. I think another touchdown would just about seal the victory for the Eagles. It looks like another jump off sides. Who's it on, though? Yeah, Seeger's got to be on the table now. Thank you, Michael. It's on Philly, the penalty. False start. Third and 7 for Philly. Hurts steps back. Airing it out for Smith, and the pass gets broken up. Good defense right there by the Cowboys secondary. Man, so a big trade in the MLB. And Quentin Williams is down. He is hurt. Semi an elite defensive second baseman. That's true. I mean, you have to imagine they're going to go after Tucker now. Tucker's got to be their target now. You know? Should we worry about the outfield market? So, I mean, I think the target still is Bellinger. I think Bellinger still is what we do first. I mean, I really think the Mets are going to go all in on Tucker. And I could possibly see them trying to get a guy like Murakami. Now, I think Murakami is a bad apple. I think he's going to hurt whatever team he signs with just because I feel like production-wise he's going to be poor. He has a 137 batting average with fastballs over 93 miles per hour. 93! The MLB average is like 94 or 95. If he can't hit a 93-mile-per-hour pitch, that's a big issue. That's a huge issue coming to America. You have changeups that are going 93 now. That's why I feel bad about Murakami, but I do feel like he's going to go to the Mets. Might just be me hoping he goes over to Queens, because I feel like he's just going to screw over whatever team he signs with. Yeah, it is really only Tucker and Bellinger. I think Mike Yastrzemski might be available, but he sucks. 3 minutes left on the clock. The Eagles are going to punt. But yeah, definitely a weak class. I think George Pickens is actually the return man for Dallas. Wow. Philly kicks it out there. And it is brought down. Not by Pickens. Flag on the play. Seeing a lot of flags in this game. You never know with the Yankees. I think he is. I don't know if he's going to be a bust, Michael. But what I think there will be is there's going to be a huge adjustment period. You know, Michael, I don't think he's going to be bad necessarily. I think the home runs will be there. The power is going to be there. The average won't. This is a guy who's batting 250 in Japan, which is basically like an MLB 230. And I think if you can't hit high velocity, you can't even hit mid velocity in today's game, there's going to be a huge adjustment. I think the first year and a half will not be great, but I think he will heat up. I think, maybe once he gets his feet wet, you're looking at a 30, maybe a 40 homer guy, but I think you're looking at a dramatically low batting average. I think you're looking at an Adam Dunn type of player. I think that's the ceiling for Murakami. I don't think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be very overpaid. Seager's going to cost Dominguez or Jones. He can't save Dominguez and Jones for a pitcher. Seager's going to cost one of the two, I think, Bryce. Maybe you give them a lot. Maybe you give the Rangers a lot of pitching. Maybe you give them LaGrange. You give them Cunningham. You give them maybe a Ben Hess. But I think you're going to need to give up Jones or Dominguez. You're going to need one headliner. As Prescott throwing on the run finds his man in the slot who breaks three going towards the end zone at the sideline. And he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Give me your mock trade for Seager, Bryce. Why am I getting so excited with the Cowboys game? This game's over. This thing's over. But Bryce, give me your mock trade. What do you got going on here for Corey Seager, Mr. Seager? Fresh set of downs too for the Cowboys.
I'm gonna throw something at you, George. I believe now the Yankees gonna have to overpay for Bellinger, because now the Mets could offer him more, and the Yankees really want him. They're gonna have to pay a lot more.
I think it's gonna be Tucker. I think the Mets are gonna go after Tucker opposed to Bellinger. I think Cohen's going to want the white whale. Cohen's going to want the big guy this offseason, and that's obviously Tucker. So I really think that it's going to be Tucker they go after. Okay. And I think if the Yankees will definitely show interest in Kyle Tucker, but if it starts to get into a bidding war, the Yankees are not willing to overpay Steve Cohen. They're not willing to override him for a player like Kyle Tucker. For Bellinger, I think yes they would. But for Kyle Tucker, I think Brian Cashman would pump the brakes on that.
Okay, and a lot more we'll discuss on our show right after the game.
And another question I have for you, Joe, is let's say in a hypothetical situation, Tucker goes to the Mets, but the Yankees bring back Bellinger. Would you be looking into then a guy like Pete Alonso?
Yes.
Okay. I'm fueling some ideas here for the 8 o'clock show.
Yep. We'll conquer that later.
Yeah.
But I'm anxious. I really think the Yankees should. Pete Alonso is underrated at first. He's not the greatest, but he's not the worst.
He's good.
Right. So
I think off the bat, he's like with balls off the bat, like line drives, but scoop wise, he's a very good scooper. He's going to save a lot of throws. He's going to save a lot of the stupid throws that Jazz is going to make. He's going to save a lot of the throws Volpe's going to make. So I think that would work out.
well, let's see how it goes. Let's see. It's going to be interesting, but we got it. Our show's going to be outstanding. Now that this is also, I mean, my mind is rolling, and I'm sure yours is too. So,
Oh yeah.
How many minutes do we have before halftime?
We're nearing the 2-minute warning.
2 minute. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be very, very good the next few weeks. You ever notice the Mets are always the first one to make a splash? Last year, the first one was Juan Soto. Then they actually stopped there. I don't think they're stopping here under any means.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But I think the Yankees are going. This year's a little different, in my opinion. But I'm gonna save my thoughts for later. But you can continue with the chat. Hopefully we'll get Evan up here and we'll do a complete scoreboard. So stay tuned, everyone. Let me know, George, when when it's totally halftime.
Yep.
Thank you.
So 1:50 and ticking on the clock. Javonte Williams runs it in for the first down. A little bit left to go here in this one. Yeah, Mr. Cashman needs to get cooking. I mean, Mr. Cohen isn't cooking, though. I don't think that last trade was cooking. Prescott in the pocket, screen pass over to Williams. Williams gets eaten up by the turf monster. Flag on the play. I'm getting sick of these stupid yellow things that come flying in. Lots of flags in this game. First and 25 after the personal foul. Do the penalties ever stop? Yeah, I think so too, Bryce. Prescott fires it over the center, finds Lamb. Lamb gets a few yards. Second and 15 here for the Cowboys. Throws over the middle, and it's caught by Ferguson for a first down. First and goal here. Ball at the 1-yard line. We were here before. Prescott steps back, fires it over, and that's a Cowboys touchdown. George Pickens. 21 seconds on the clock. So pretty good drive for the boys taking it down the field. George Pickens completes that. He's the cherry on top. 21 seconds on the clock. It is now 21-6. Brandon Aubrey, one of the greatest kickers in NFL history, taking it. The snap, the hold, the kick, and she is good. 21-7. New score.
I don't think the game's over yet, George.
Never
Possibly,
over. It ain't
the
over till it's over.
the Cowboys could come back very hungry in quarter number 3. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see it, baby. Yeah, Johnny, I think that was the goal. And I think it's Tucker. I think it's Tucker that the Mets want. I don't know if it's really Bellinger. I think they want that white whale.
Maybe they get both.
I don't know if they get both. You know, they still have that Soto contract eating at them. But I think what the Mets want to do is they want to build a dynasty. You know, they want the big New York dynasty, which entails getting another cornerstone, which is Kyle Tucker. They want him and Soto to be playing alongside each other for years and years to come.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's Tucker, Michael. I think that's their man.
Now especially.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to counter this move, and I think they will very fast.
Imagine they don't.
I seriously doubt it.
I agree with Michael, too. They needed some pitching.
Yeah, there's no question the Yankees are going to be active.
Yeah.
I really. The Yankees really should pounce, though, on if the Yankees really want Bellinger, they better get on it now. You know, like offer him what they're going to offer, and then keep your fingers crossed. But they better get an offer to him.
100%.
I'm telling you, the Mets could. It is right now. The winter doesn't look too good for them, but let me tell you, if they sign Bellinger and Tucker at the same time, imagine that outfield.
Woo! Well, your outfield would be Judge, Grisham, Tucker, and at first base you'd have Belly.
No, I'm talking the Mets.
Oh, if they sign both, who's their center fielder then?
They probably will give it. Would probably give it to Bellinger.
Who's gonna this? Oh, they have freaking Soto. I forgot. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I don't know, Bryce. You know Uncle Steve, man. He'll do whatever it takes.
I don't think they get both.
Remember, he's got $15 billion in his bank account, that's private.
I think, Joe, the Yankees would go into a bidding war for Bellinger. They wouldn't do that for Tucker. They would, though, for Belly.
I don't know. I hope you're right, but you know how much is too much for Belly? I wouldn't go. I'm sorry, I wouldn't go more than $29 million a year. That's it. I'm not going 32, 33 million for him. It's too risky. That's my opinion.
I think the clock is just going to run out here, and that does it for the first half of the game. The Eagles get 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 passing, and the Cowboys give 1 touchdown. Your score 21-7 here in Dallas.
Wow.
Joe, I'm going to pop off for like 5 seconds real quick. I need to go get a charger.
No problem. Go ahead. I'll give some scores till Evan comes in. All right, guys. How's everybody doing? In the middle of all this madness, we've got a baseball trade. We've got rumors all over the place. Unbelievable. All the more to come to our show at 8 p.m., everyone. 8 p.m., the Week in Review, as we've been doing the past 3 Sundays. And I bet you it's going to be a lot of baseball talk. I really do. But right now, let's see. Let's get to the scoreboard. while we wait back for George. So we have in the third quarter, we have the Cardinals 14, the Jaguars 10. The Browns lead the Raiders 14-3 with 9 minutes to go. As we all know, the Eagles lead the Cowboys 21 at halftime. The Atlanta Falcons 13, the Saints 7, with 4 seconds left before first half is over. The Buccaneers and the Rams start at 8:20 tonight. And we got the finals. You got the Packers 23, the Vikings 6. The Chiefs 23, the Colts 20, a final in overtime. You have the Patriots 26, the Bengals 20. The Bears beat the Steelers 31-28. And the Baltimore Ravens beat the Jets 23-10. Final in overtime, the Lions just got by the Giants 34-27. The Seahawks beat the Titans 30-24. Coming up Monday night, we have Carolina Panthers against the 49ers. And on Thursday, we have the Titans beat the Bills 23-19. So that's your NFL scoreboard so far. Let's go to the NHL. The Minnesota Wild 2-0 over the Jets at the end of 2. The Islanders and the Kraken at the end of 1, no score. The Avalanche and the Blackhawks are going to start in a little while, a couple of hours actually. The Bruins and the Sharks a little bit later. The Flames and the Canucks a little bit later. And the Sabres beat the Hurricanes 4-1. And let's go to the NBA and see what's cooking there. Well, everything is a little bit later on, everyone. We're going to have the Clippers, the Cavaliers, the Hornets, the Hawks, Magic, the Celtics, the Nets, and the Raptors, the Trailblazers and the Thunder, the Lakers against the Jazz, Spurs, Suns, Miami Heat, and the 76ers. So that's what we got so far. We're going to bring up Evan now. So instead of a scoreboard, we'll talk a few other things. How you doing, Evan?
What's up, Joe? How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just another day watching the Giants lose. We got some good MLB news to talk about, so that's good.
Yeah, we really do. I think is the pendulum is all over the place now. I think this makes a little bit. This is in Cody Bellinger's favor. I think he's already because of this. He's going to get more money from the Yankees if the Yankees choose to do that, because the Mets are going to make an offer that's going to be higher, and now the Yankees are going to be forced, in my opinion, to go up. It's too bad the Yankees weren't proactive and try to get him before this all started, but free agency, you can do what you want. So, but that's going to happen. There's no question in my mind that the Mets are going to either get Tucker or Bellinger, or, need I say both of them? You mentioned that outfield of Bellinger, Tucker, and Soto. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
That would be amazing. The only way the Yankees counter that, they'll have to get somebody like Alonso. Yeah, right. But Bryce, I understand you keep saying it's not going to happen. Do you realize that Cohen loves the spotlight? It might not be the right moves, but he loves this. And to win another winter from the Yankees, he'll love it. And he's got $15 billion behind him. You can't be so confident that's not going to happen. It may happen, and it may happen with give me a reason why it wouldn't happen. What would stop him? David Stearns? Listen, if Uncle Steve wants a player, he's getting it. He's getting it.
Absolutely. Now you see it's, Tucker's price goes up, Bellinger's price goes up, but also Alonso too. It depends. What are they going to do with Alonso? What are they going to do with Diaz? they can't basically sign everybody. Yeah, they can sign 2 outfielders, but they're not going to re-sign, Diaz and Alonso if they're going after Tucker and Bellinger. So it's going to be.
Right.
I
And
mean,
the
I think
Mets
they're in win now
just
mode.
saved half the money.
I mean, right now the supply is going up, the demand is going up because the Mets are now involved. Everybody's going to try to get a higher price now, and they're not going to be cheaped out of their deal. They're going to have to sign these guys to at least $30 million contracts, especially now that we know that Bellinger is going to get at least $30 million a year.
No, Bryce, I do feel that they're definitely going to counter offer, but you understand he just went up. It just went up.
Yep.
Because the Mets can play that game now, Bryce. It's a cat and mouse. Even if they don't want Bellinger, they can offer him another $20 million for all you know. And that might be baloney just to raise the price on the Yankees or any other team. But I got to tell you right now, I am not going to pay over $30 million a year for Bellinger. I don't even know if I want to pay $30 million for Tucker. And he's going to get about $35 million a year. But I don't know if that's a smart move for the Yankees. I really don't.
What do you think Kyle Schwarber's getting?
Schwarber's going to get a nice amount. I think he's going back to the Phillies. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I would think 5 years, so maybe 185.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
170, something like that.
Yeah.
He's everything to Philadelphia. They'll be a fish out of water without him. I mean, I would say 5 years, 165.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. But I'm telling you guys, I mean, I was a little bit more confident yesterday and a few hours ago about Bellinger. But now the problem is they just raised the stakes on the Yankees and any other team that wants to get Tucker or Bellinger. I'm telling you, don't be fooled.
Yep.
You know, this is I mean, it might be a bad trade on paper for the Mets right now, but it could work out for them to be very, very good trade. A very good. I mean, it opens up the wars for them, and I'm telling you right now, when a guy's got $15 billion behind him, that scares me. And Steinbrenner makes a living, and he doesn't see that even if he sells the Yankees. He's got to sell the Yankees to have that money. So think as an owner right now. He is like he's rolling his hands like, what I can do now. You know, he can blow it out of the water. And that's another reason why I think there's going to be a strike. Because some of this has got to calm down.
It just adds to the point now. This is it's going to be a crazy offseason. You know, we're in for a lot of cool news now. I think Brandon Nimmo going to the Rangers, that's definitely going to be a blow to the Mets. I mean, I know the Mets are in win now mode with Soto, but they still have like 15 years with that contract. Unless Soto opts out, then it's like only 4 more years. But they want to win now. And going with Marcus Semien, I don't know if that's the best move. I thought they were better off keeping Nimmo, but now they're going to trade McNeil. They're going to go after Tucker, Bellinger, and these guys. So we'll see what happens. Because right now their starting outfield is basically Soto, Tyrone Taylor, and nobody in left field. So,
well, you know that's going to change. Come on, there's no way in this God's green earth that they're going to do that. And Real Bill says, don't count the Dodgers out in Bellinger. He's already played there. We know that. Or Tucker. In addition, the Orioles have tons of cash available. They're
going to spend on pitching. The Orioles need pitching.
Yeah, the Orioles have to think about pitching. They don't have a choice because they have now they traded Grayson. Come on. They have nothing. Absolutely nothing. So they have to pounce on that. But I'm telling you right now, the guy that's very happy right now is Scott Boras. Because that trade just opened up the doors for Bellinger to get millions more.
Yeah.
And if people don't see that, guys, wake up, because I'm telling you that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying he's going to go to the. They're both going to go to the Mets. Although in my heart of hearts, I think that's what the Mets' plan is. Get rid of Nimmo. They saved half the amount of money. They take that money and they up the ante on Bellinger. Whatever Tucker's going to get, he was going to get no matter what. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But this, in my opinion, is a little hurt on the New York Yankees. That's my opinion. We'll talk more about. I will talk more about that as we have our wrap up show at 8 p.m. right here on Mania. I'm going to drop down now, guys. Let the two pros go at it, and guys, talk it out. See what's going on. Thank you, everyone, for the 600 sub. Now we go to our next target, 650, 700. Let's go, everyone. A lot more to do and a lot more fun on NY Mania. See you later, guys.
All right. What's going on, George? How you doing?
What's up, Evan? How you doing?
Good. Obviously, this MLB news right now is kind of getting everybody to talk about the MLB, but I wanted to get into some of these other football scores that happened today.
Yeah.
So let's do it. A quick scoreboard update. All right. So currently, the Browns are leading the Raiders 14-3 in the third quarter. About 7 minutes left to go in that game, or in that third quarter. Falcons lead the Saints 16-7 at halftime. The Jacksonville Jaguars lead the Arizona Cardinals 17-14. That game has 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Cardinals have the ball. And let's see the 1 o'clock scores. 1 o'clock scores. So we have the Chicago Bears defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-28. The New England Patriots, who are now 10-2 on the year, defeated the Bengals 26-20. Packers beat the Vikings 23-6. They improved to 7-3 and 1. Seahawks defeated the Titans today 30-24. Chiefs in overtime defeated the Colts 23-20. The Ravens defeated the Jets 23-20 on 23-10. And on Thursday night, the Texans defeated the Bills 23-19. And currently, right now, you have the, as we know, Eagles and Cowboys 21-7. Eagles lead right now. What are you seeing so far in this game, George? And what do you think is going to happen in the second half?
I've seen the Eagles dominate early on. The Cowboys, they've been shooting themselves in the foot. They've had some good opportunities. They were at the goal line, but of course, Dak getting picked off in the end zone, the penalties, roughing the punter, just lots of times they've been shooting themselves in the foot, which has been their biggest issue. They've been their own kryptonite in this team. I think if they clean up the game fundamentally, that's going to be helpful and beneficial for them going forward. But man, something's got to give right here. The Eagles, though, just got to keep doing what they're doing, getting points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it right there.
Yeah,
I think totally the game's agree. A lot closer than people think, though. It's not over yet.
I agree. And we've seen the Eagles offense be a little bit more unpredictable today. They're doing some jet sweeps. They're doing a lot of handoffs to Barkley, but they're also using him in the passing game, in the screen game as well. A.J. Brown can't be really upset right now because he has a touchdown. Unfortunately, we have to cut it a little short. I'll let you finish this game right now, kicking off in the second half. Have a great one, George. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
All right.
Back here in Dallas. 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their first drive. In the second half, Hurts fires over to the sideline, finds Goddard for a gain of about 8. Eagles up by so much right now, up by 2 scores, hoping to add to more. A little bit of a rivalry game going on here. How we doing, chat? We ready to go? Are we ready to go? I don't think the Mets would trade for Quan. I think they want the big guys. They want the big guns, Bryce. They got money. That's what they want to use it on. 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. He keeps it, actually flips it over to Goddard. Goddard's got lots of room as he takes it down the sideline for a big gain. Big gain right there, but flag on the play. These flags have been coming flying in for both teams. Let's see who this is on. It's a legal formation on the Eagles. So as bad as the Cowboys have been with the flags, the Eagles have been just as bad too. It's just that the Cowboys have done worse. Obviously the roughing the punter and all that, and they've been more costly at more costly times. I think that's been the difference right there. Yeah, so they both have 6 penalties, but the Cowboys have given up 54 yards compared to the Eagles 35. Want to have an update. If anyone has an update on Quinnen Williams too, let me know. As Hurts fires over the middle, can't connect with Devontae Smith. Remember, Quinnen Williams went out with an injury. So if anyone has an update on him, that would be greatly appreciated. Hurts, though, missing his man right there. He was looking for Devontae Smith. Could not connect. How will have time to prepare his answers? Yeah, it's 100% it, Michael. Hurts in the shotgun, takes it back, drops into the pocket, fires over to his right, and Devontae Smith went down. 4th and 7. More miscommunication for the Eagles. Quinnen Williams back on the field. Okay. Also, George, the Yankees are just going to sit around. Yeah, I doubt they get both guys. I really don't think they get both. I don't know about that, Michael. 4th and 7, the Eagles are forced to punt, opening up the second half of the game with a 3-and-out. Yeah, I doubt the Mets get both, as the Cowboys get a few yards on the return. But you never know what Steve Cohen can do, man. Well, the Cowboys are looking to make this a 1-score game. Down by 14, but looking to cut that in half. If the Cowboys score here, guys, we got a ball game. We really do. So, interested to see. This is a very important drive right here for the Cowboys. I mean, this game looked over by early second quarter, but now we're here in the early third, and we could have a whole new perspective on this game. I don't think the Mets have more trade bait, honestly. I think if the fact that the Yankees have Dominguez and Jones and Omar Rodriguez Cruz and all these pitching prospects and Ben Rice is not completely off the table, and teams would love to jump on that. That's current lineup: Lindor, Semien, Beatty, Vientos, McNeil, Tracy, Soto, Alvarez, Mauricio. Oof. Mark Vientos, disappointing. Brett Beatty could be a solid player. Tyrone Taylor sucks. Francisco Alvarez, inconsistent. Ronnie Mauricio, inconsistent. I don't know. Obviously, Soto and Lindor headline that, but man, I think Beatty could be good. Vientos really fell off a cliff. Alvarez, we have no idea. We have no idea what Alvarez and Mauricio are. We have an idea, but they haven't showed us anything. Maybe Alvarez at times, but that injury sort of derailed. Yeah, Quinnen is back. But yeah. But they're really in trouble when it comes to their pitching, the Mets. They need bullpen. They need rotation pieces. They need arms, man, which is why I don't think that they sign both Kyle, Tucker, and Cody Bellinger. I think they're going to get one of them. I think it's Tucker, and then they go for a pitcher. Whether that's a trade or a signing, could get someone from Japan pitching-wise. They could make a big trade. I could honestly see them going after Scoopel, to be honest with y'all. But I don't think they get both, because once they get Tucker, once you add Kyle Tucker to that lineup that Bryce put in there, your biggest issue is not your lineup anymore. It is obviously then your pitching. So, 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys. They're looking to make this game a lot more interesting, setting up shop at the 8-yard line. Prescott under center. Ferguson in motion. Prescott in his own end zone fires down the middle, finds CeeDee Lamb for a gain of 9. Let's see it, Joe. Do the Cowboys have a spark in them? Do the Cowboys have that spark? Could they be the comeback kids? This game looked over. Handoff to Williams, but he gets brought for a big loss right there. A loss of about 5. So, let's see, 3rd and 5 right there, man. They were looking at a 2nd and 1, but after that Williams bad run, they lose a couple. 3rd and 5. Prescott steps back, getting brought down, and Dak Prescott is sacked. What was looking to be a promising drive stalls out. Did you look at that? So they're forced to punt now. Tough break for the Cowboys as a fair catch is signaled, but I think we had another roughing the kicker. This time the Eagles committed it as I think Anger was hit. I think he was hit. Just watching the replay, and man, a guy comes flying into him, but it looks like he got pushed into him. Interesting call. I'm not exactly sure on the rules for this kind of play, roughing the kicker. If anyone has knowledge, drop it in the comments. Again, the game's muted for me. Can't hear anything the refs are saying. Running into the kicker. Okay, the Eagles got that. Mets reporter, who's very trustworthy, says some potential options for the Mets are Cody Bellinger, Luis Robert, Ryan Buxton, Harrison Bader, Kyle Tucker. Not expecting it. Not expecting what? Tucker? Is Tucker the one that we're not expecting, Bryce? So there's the punt. Who are we not? Yeah, Tucker, he doesn't expect. Wow. Good return right here for the Birds. Wow, so it does not expect Tucker to go to the Mets. That's interesting right there. That is interesting indeed. Another flag. Oh my gosh, these stupid flags. Another one. They do not stop. No Tucker possibly to the Mets. They don't expect. Wow. So it could be Bellinger that goes to Queens. Wouldn't that be interesting? I know, I've been so many flags. Lots of flags. Yes, I believe they do, Michael. I really do. I think that's the goal. Or we could go after Tatis. I've seen that being thrown around. Still waiting for like an official source to say. So far, it's been like an idea. I know Michael K backed up the idea, but it's not fully. It's not like really confirmed yet that they want Tatis. I would not be opposed to it though. Tatis is a guy who's locked up. Not even for that. Like his contract isn't even crazy for a player of that caliber. What up, T Road? What up? This was a 1-for-1 trade. That's crazy. Still need some pitching. 100%. For the Mets, they need pitching bad. Mets need a lot of pitching. Bullpen pitching, starting pitching. I hope they don't get Bellinger. I really don't. Eagles have the ball again. Hurts in the shotgun. Gives it over to Barkley. Barkley gets some blocks from his tight end. Gets only a yard, though, on that carry. Hurts has looked pretty good. Barkley's looked all right. A.J. Brown's having a really good game. Eagles are up by 2 scores. Looking to add to that, though. It's 21-7, 11 minutes and ticking left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Eagles, wearing their Kelly Green unis out here in Dallas. Hurts takes the snap, drops back into the pocket, fires it over for Brown. It's off his fingertips, though. A.J. Brown can't hang on to that one. 3rd and 9 now for the Eagles. What do you do here if you're Philly? I think you got to try and find your boy, A.J. Brown. I mean, he's been really reliable today. Hurts in the shotgun. Steps back. Hurts throwing down the middle, and he finds Devontae Smith for a first down. So he goes to his other stud receiver. Good pocket presence I've noticed from Hurts. He's had a little bit of time to throw the ball, but man, has he looked calm and composed in that pocket. Fresh set of downs for Jalen Hurts. Ball at the 43. Receiver in motion. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Barkley gets some blocks going forward. Gets a few yards on that carry. Mets skimmed on pitching last offseason. They went cheap. I agree. Guys. They're missing out a little bit. They're trying to, they're trying to get the easy way out, I think. Hurts stepping back again, avoids a sack. Hurts still on his feet, scrambling deep. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. I think the Mets might pay big for pitching. I think so too, Bryce. I think you're looking at them trying to target the biggest guy. Not making the playoffs yet. Again, they need pitching. They really came up short last year. I don't love the Semien trade. Obviously, they're going to try and get an outfielder. Could you imagine if they miss out on Bellinger, though? It sounds like they don't want Tucker. It sounds like they don't want Kyle Tucker, the Mets. But they both want, the Yankees and the Mets both want Bellinger. And I think the Yankees will be willing to go the extra step for Cody Bellinger. Hurts in the shotgun again. Steps back. 3rd and 5. Aaron get out looking for Smith. Can't connect. 4th and 5 now. I think they're going to punt. It's going to be it's going to be a 3 and out for the Eagles. I mean, after that explosive first few drives of the game for the Eagles, it's really died down, guys. We thought the Eagles were going to dominate. We thought it was going to be a blowout. It hasn't been that, though. Has not been that way. Shipley punts it out. The Eagles are going to take that down at the 3-yard line. Good job by the Birds special teams. Still 21-7. The Cowboys will be getting the ball, though. So they have another chance to cut this lead into half. Cowboys do need another. They need at least 2 more touchdowns. But I think another touchdown here would really keep them into this game, keep their head above water. So, every drive now that the game's ticking down a little bit, basically in the mid-3rd quarter, drives become more and more important, guys. More important these drives become. Let's see, though, what this turns into. Who thinks the Cowboys are going to score here on this drive? Who do we think? Cookie is still with me, Joy. I love that. Love that, Michael. Tell Cookie I said hi. See what the Cowboys can do here. Big drive for them. They want to stay competitive in this game. It's on the 3-yard line here for the Cowboys. Dak under center, hands it off to Williams. Williams gets some blocks. Williams gets a few yards on that carry. Yes, you are, Bryce. You are the master of information. Dak rolling over in the pocket, firing forward, looking for Pickens, and he finds him for a big gain. George Pickens and Dak Prescott connect for a gain of about 30. Good throw, good catch right there for the Cowboys. Injured player here for the Eagles gets walked over to the sideline. Dak's under center, fullback behind him. Behind that fullback is Javonte Williams. Tight end in motion, hands it off, fakes it. Dak fires over the middle, finds Javonte Williams for the first down. The running back steps up into a receiver role and collects the first down. So it's a first down for the Cowboys as they're now moving down the field. Another injured player. This is a D tackle for the Eagles. So two guys leaving the game with injuries. 8 minutes, 1 second on the clock. Mets don't have a deal with a free agent outfield close. They have more room for. Wow. So maybe they don't go for an out. Maybe they don't chase Bellinger if it's too much. Yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of stuff, Michael, with rumors. 1st and 10 at the 45 for the Cowboys. Dak hands it off to Williams. Williams, full steam ahead, gets some blocks and a huge run. Excuse me, that was Davis, the other running back. So the second string RB for the Cowboys comes through for a huge gain for the Cowboys, working their way towards that end zone. Dak airing it out, looking for Ferguson. It's just off his fingertips. Whew. That could have been a huge play right there for the Cowboys. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Good run right there, though, by Davis just 2 plays ago. Dak's under center. Williams behind him. 2nd and 10 at the 45. Pitches over to Williams. Williams going to his left, and he gets brought down. That's a great tackle right there by Cooper DeJean. The second-year defensive back makes a great tackle. Great play right there by DeJean. 3rd and 9 now for the Cowboys. Could this great drive stall out? Dak in the shotgun. Steps back. Looking for someone open. Getting chased down while getting hit. Throws it and it gets picked off. Flag on the play, but Prescott is picked off. Let's see what this flag is on. It's on the defense. So the Cowboys catch a huge break right there. Wow. Injured player going out now for the Cowboys. So we're doing it again here at 3rd and 9. Prescott stepping back, throwing down the middle, and it's dropped by CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb can't hang on to that. A costly drop. Mets are sending $5 million to... Ooh. So Mets send $5 million over to Texas to slightly offset the dollar difference. Thank you, Bryce, our master of information. Brandon Aubrey coming out. A 51-yard try. These should be money, though, for Mr. Aubrey. Trying to make this an 11-point game. The snap, the hold, the kick. And she is wide left. No good. Brandon Aubrey, one of the best kickers of our generation, cannot sink that kick. 1-7 score. Man, it doesn't stop for the Cowboys in this game. Does not stop. I don't think Cookie is enjoying it. So we still have a 21-7 score. So a 14-point difference. Thought it was going to be 10, but we're stuck at 14. Six minutes, 34 seconds on the clock. Cowboys will beat the Giants again when they play them. As bad as Dallas is, you think so? I don't know. Dallas not playing great right now. The Eagles setting up shop at the 41. Hurts under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley looking for blocks. Can't get anything. Gets maybe 0 yards on the play. Right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a lot to talk about here, Michael, with New York baseball. Hurts, screen pass to Barkley. Barkley Gets a yard or two on that one. Really struggling to get Saquon Barkley going in this game. Third and 7 here for Philly. 5:10 and ticking on the clock. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley to his left. Takes the snap. Drops back into the pocket. Hurts going forward. He's going to tuck it and run, trying to get the first down. He's pushed out of bounds, though, and comes up short. Good pass rush right there by the Cowboys, forcing Hurts to keep it and run. And the Eagles are going to have to punt again. Lots of punting going on here in the third quarter. I know it is 5 games this season. It's true. It's true, Michael. .418 on the clock. Left to go here in the third quarter. At the 11-yard line, Prescott, and that's a great pass breakup right there by the Eagles, taking it out of the hands of CeeDee Lamb. Second and 10 for the Cowboys. Still somewhat in this game. Prescott fires it over again, but another great breakup. A flag on the play, and it looks like it's on the Eagles. Yes, it is. It's on the defense. Wow. It's on Mitchell. I think the last time the Giants made a big play late in the fourth quarter was about 10 years ago. Huh? PI they call on Mitchell. Wow. First and 10 now. Prescott hands it off to Williams. Williams going forward. Williams gets the first down, a 10-yard carry for the running back. Timeout called by Dallas. Three minutes, 55 seconds left to go in the third. And it looks like Blankenship is hurt for the Eagles. So he exits the game. So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Lamb in motion. Prescott pitches it over to Williams. Williams, spin move, still on his feet, gets a few yards on that play. Dak under center. Fakes the handoff to Williams. Steps back. Big throw down the middle. Deflected and was nearly intercepted. Nearly picked off by Zach Bond. Forces a 3rd and 5. On 3rd and 5, Prescott going for Lamb, and he made the catch. CeeDee Lamb hauls it in. Flag on the play. A ridiculous catch by CeeDee Lamb, getting guarded by DeJean. Man, what a grab. Similar to the one Devontae Smith made earlier this game. What a grab, though, by number 88. Flag on the play, though. It might be on DeJean for defensive pass interference. But, man, what a catch by CeeDee Lamb. So the flag was thrown directly when they got into each other. What's up, Evan?
I'm just testing to see if this works. Can you hear me?
So we'll see what that is, the flag. It was on DeJean. So ball at the 17-yard line. Fresh set of downs here for the Cowboys. Dak under center.
Hear me.
Hands it off to Williams. Williams gets a few yards.
Can you hear me, George?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Just testing it out. I think I fixed the problem.
Perfect. Oh. Second and 6. CeeDee's got 75 yards so far today, despite the few drops. Dak drops back, airing it out towards the end zone for Lamb. He overshot him. Flag on the play. These flags, they come in bunches. 2 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. And I think CeeDee might have been held. First and goal after the penalty on the Eagles. See if the Cowboys can capitalize on this great opportunity. See what the game plan is. Prescott, play action, rolling over to his right, firing towards the Lamb, and it's caught. It is caught. Touchdown Cowboys. Brevin Stanford. Extra point. Very good pocket presence by Dak. I think he was going to throw it to Williams, but Williams actually got tripped up. I think this is some urgency, Evan. Aubrey comes on for the extra point attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick, and she is good. We have a one-score game here in Dallas. And it's all courtesy of that big gain and that crazy catch by CeeDee Lamb. We do, Nathan. We got a game here. Kickoff. Eagles are going to take it going forward. Decent return right there. Brings it to about the 33. That's where the Eagles are going to set up shop. First and 10 at the 33 for the Eagles, looking to respond to the Cowboys touchdown. Hurts in the shotgun, steps back, gives it over to Barkley. Barkley gets a first down. One play, 10 yards for the boys in green. Excuse me, just short, actually, Barkley. I don't know about that. So it is a first down. I knew it. First and 10 for the Eagles. Minute 35 and ticking on the clock. Hurts in the shotgun. Takes it. Keeps it himself. Hurts is just going to slide with only a yard or two. Hurts was gobbled up right there by the Cowboys defense on the designed run. Hurts alone in the backfield. 2nd and 8. Drops back into the pocket. Fires it forward for Goddard. Goddard still on his feet. Gets a few yards after claiming the first down. Good play right there by the Philly tight end. And that does it for the third quarter. We're going to go into the fourth. The Eagles still have it just about at midfield. They lead by 1 touchdown, looking for some insurance points to put on the board. Cowboys looking to hold them off and eventually tie, and hopefully for them, win this game. If the Cowboys could get a stop here, that would be huge. Yeah, I'll be there, Bryce. Gonna be a good show, Bryce. So all set to go here in the fourth quarter back in Dallas. The Eagles looking to add some insurance points on the board. Hurts. Keeps it. Fires it over to Goddard. Goddard gets pushed out of bounds. Gets a few yards on the play. Flag on the play yet again. It's on the Eagles. Wow. Wow. First and 20. Nick Sirianni not happy with that call. The Eagles now have 11 penalties, resulting in 76 yards lost. And another penalty flag comes in. I think this one's also on the Eagles. Man, these penalties. First and 25. Nearly intercepted. Man, Jalen Hurts starting to look a little bit rattled right here. First of all, he can't get a play going because of all these penalties. This Cowboys defense starting to wake up, guys. Like Evan said, they're starting to play with urgency now. Definitely some urgency. Quinnen Williams, great pressure right there. So A.J. Brown, though, gets some of the yardage back, about a 10-yard reception. Force a 3rd and long. Third and 12. Cowboys looking for a huge stop right here. Keep themselves in this game. Let's see if they could do it right here. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley over to his right, trying to get the Cowboys to jump. Nothing doing. Hurts takes the snap, drops back, fires over the middle to his tight end, who stopped short. The Cowboys defense holds strong. Dallas Goedert cannot muscle his way past the first down marker, and the Eagles cannot move the chains. Wow. Jake Elliott coming on for the 56-yard attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick, and she is no good. We will remain at 21-14. Two of the NFL's finest not able to make field goals. So the Cowboys still in this one. Let's see if they could score and tie up the game. Let's see it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. What is going to happen? Could we see the Cowboys tie things up? Big spot coming up right here in Dallas. First and 10 for the Cowboys. 13 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. Setting up shop at the 59-yarder. Prescott steps back into the pocket, looking for man open, taking a deep shot, going down the field for Pickens, and it's caught. Oh my goodness. George Pickens goes on top of 2 defenders and takes it off their heads. Oh my goodness. George Pickens, you have got to be kidding me. Cowboys into the red zone. Just like that, folks, we are inches to tying the game. Ball is now at the 11-yard line. Prescott hands it off to Williams. Williams breaking some tackles, gets maybe 2 yards on the play. Man, what a throw by Prescott, but what an even better catch by George Pickens. Unbelievable right there. Unbelievable. Second and 7 after the 3-yard rush by Williams. George Pickens now has 122 yards on the game. Looking to add to that total. Prescott drops back into the pocket now. Prescott going forward. He's going to tuck it and run. Prescott gets some blocks. Prescott hurdles a man and finds the end zone. Dak Prescott stepped up when he needed it most and hurdled to find the end zone. He brings the Cowboys within 1, and pending the extra point try, we could have a tie game here in Dallas. Oh my goodness, how the tables have turned. No one was open. No one was home. Ferguson with a great block, and Dak Prescott channeling his inner Cam Newton. Brandon Aubrey for the extra point try. The snap, the hold, the kick, and she is good. 21 apiece. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. This game looked over in the early game. The early stages, we thought this would be all Philly. But no, we were wrong. Dak Prescott has led his Cowboys back into this one. We have a new football game here, folks. We are tied up at 21. And just to think, this game is huge for the Cowboys' playoff hopes. If they could withstand the Eagles and get a W, this is a huge momentum shift for the Cowboys. They are still very well in the contention for a wild card spot if they overtake Philly here. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. There's the sirens, baby. There's the sirens. There are the sirens. Pay George Pickens, Nathan says. Yeah. Single-handedly putting the Cowboys back into this game. Let's go. Let's go. What we feeling, guys? What we feeling? Who's going to get the big play right here? It's anyone's game now. Cowboys are no longer playing from behind. Jason said the Cowboys come back now. We got 1 for the Cowboys. Who says Eagles? Who says Cowboys? Let's tally it up. I think Bryce is saying it's going to be the Eagles. So we got 1 Cowboys, 1 Eagles. We got 2 Cowboys now as Joe chimes in. 2 people. We got 3 Cowboys now with Nathan. So the chat seems to think all but Bryce that the Cowboys are gonna complete the comeback. Man, I could just tell down in Dallas, it is rocking out there. Let's see if Jalen Hurts and the Eagles can respond. Aubrey kicks it forward. Sean says the Eagles. We got 4-2 now. Good return brings it to about the 26. What is up, Shawnee boy? We are into this one, baby. Sean says the Cowboys are going to choke. Let's see it. Let's see it. Eagles still win, unfortunately. So we have 4 people saying it's going to be the Cowboys. Now we have 3 saying that it's going to be the Eagles. So pretty split in the chat. Pretty split. Hurts looks calm and composed, though, setting up shop at the 31-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Eagles. Fresh game. Hurts in the pocket. Escapes the sack. He's going to tuck it and run. Hurts gets a few yards on that run. Second and short for the Philly Eagles. Second and 3. Hurts in the shotgun. Steps back. Fires it over. Finds A.J. Brown. Breaks a tackle. A.J. Brown still on his feet. And he brings it to the 47. First down, Philly. Big play right there by Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. Bryce has said that he feels A.J. Brown is going to be the hero. I think they need to keep feeding that connection of Hurts and Brown. First and 10. 10.5 minutes and ticking on the clock left in the game. Hurts drops back, fires it over to Smith, who catches it. But great tackle right there by the Cowboys. Second and 6. 10 minutes flat and ticking. Can they do it here? Second and 6 for the Eagles. It's at the 40-yard line. It's where they're going to set up shop. Hurts. He has Bigsby now. Tank Bigsby in motion. Hurts. He's going to keep it. He's going to run. Hurts still on his feet, and he's got the first down. Jalen Hurts using his legs to his advantage as he gives the Eagles a fresh set of downs. Woo, baby. This is good right here, baby. This is good football. I'm a Jet fan. I don't care who wins. I'm just calling a great game here. Dak Prescott watches this unfold. Still a good amount of game time left. 9 minutes and ticking on the clock. Setting up shop at the 31-yard line. Jalen Hurts is alone in the shotgun. Takes it. Steps back into the pocket. Looking for someone open. Can't find it. He's going to have to resort to flipping it over to Barkley. Or excuse me, that is tight end. It's a tight end for the Eagles. Don't know how to pronounce his last name. Gets a few yards on that play. Second and 7. See if this Cowboy defense can wake up and hold down the Eagles. Oof. Second and 7. Hurts, already a Super Bowl winner and a Super Bowl MVP. He knows how to handle the pressure. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Drops back. Hurts. Airing it out. What a catch by Devontae Smith. Flag on the play. Devontae Smith, full extension. Got the first down. Flag on the play. The clock stops at 8 minutes, 1 second. Let's see what this flag is, though. Illegal hands to the face on the Eagles. They're going to call back this play. Oh, man. I believe that is Mekhi Becton for the Eagles. Or excuse me, that was Johnson for the Eagles. Hands to the face. It's going to call back that big gain that they had. That is a huge, huge mood killer as the Eagles now have to work with 2nd and 17. 17 yards separates Jalen Hurts from a first down. The Eagles have 13 penalties, resulting in 91 yards. Let that sink in, how many penalties the Eagles have gotten. Hurts is alone in the shotgun. He's got trips lined up over to his right. Takes it. Drops back. Jalen Hurts. He's going to flip it over to Barkley in desperation. Barkley, the ball goes loose. The ball's loose. And the Cowboys recover. Saquon Barkley fumbled. And the Cowboys recover. The Cowboys have the ball. The Cowboys have the ball. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Saquon, well, the line broke. Hurts had to flip it over to Barkley. Barkley lost control of the football. And the Cowboys have it. Prescott hands it off to Williams. Williams gets some blocks going forward. Cowboys are going to try and run off as much of the clock as they can in the process of scoring. Barkley's got to be kicking himself after that one. Wow, 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 wow. Mm. Hand off to Williams. Williams breaking through, and he's going to get the first down. Fresh set of downs for Javonte Williams. Javonte. That's what I thought, Bryce. There it is again. Prescott in the shotgun. Steps back. Prescott airing it out, taking a deep shot down the field, looking for Pickens. A one-handed catch, but he can't hang on. He can't hang on to it. Flag on the play, though. What a crazy play that would have been if Pickens held on. Flag is down, though. Could this be another one on the Eagles? It is holding on the Cowboys. First and 20 for Dallas. Pickens sidelined after that, a little slow to get up. So he's out of the game. He's at least out of this series. So hopefully he comes back in. Screen pass over to Williams. And the ball goes loose again. Fumble. The Cowboys fumble now. And the Eagles recover. But they're calling it dead. They're calling the play dead. No fumble. He never had control of the ball. Never had control of it. Big break for Dallas. Big break indeed. It is now 2nd and 20 for the Cowboys. Ay, ay, ay. Second and 20. Prescott in the shotgun. Steps back. Dak Prescott airing it out. Looking for his receiver, but it's dropped. Prescott cannot connect. It is now 3rd and 20. Wow, wow, wow. Pickens now taking his helmet off. He is hurt, Pickens. George Pickens is hurt and will be sidelined for at least a few more minutes, man. Hopefully for the Cowboys' sake, he can come back into this one. 3rd and 20. Dak Prescott, what have you got in you? In the shotgun, steps back. Prescott flips it forward. Good blocks, but he is taken down. So they choose to do a screen pass on 3rd and 20. Interesting call right there. And they're going to be forced to punt. Cowboys punter looks like Aaron Boone. Wow, so we had the fumble by Barkley, but the Cowboys cannot come through. That shaved a lot of time off the clock. We have 5 minutes, 20 seconds and ticking as the Cowboys punt it over. Bigsley breaks a tackle, breaks another, still on his feet, and the ball goes loose! Bigsley lost control of the ball! The Cowboys have it! The Cowboys have it! At the 7-yard line, Tank Bigsby fumbled the football, and the Cowboys special teams recovered. Oh my goodness. That was not Tank Bigsby, but who cares? That was Xavier Gibson, the former Jet. The former Jet. Oh boy. We might have a penalty too on Philly. What does it matter though? They fumbled it. Oh my goodness. Chaos. Pure chaos. Yeah, Xavier Gibson did that with the Jets. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Player down for Philly. 5 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. We're still tied up at 21. We're going to cut to a commercial break after the injury. Guys, oh my goodness. We had 4 people for Dallas, 3 people for Philly. Does anyone on the Philly side want to jump ship and go over to the Dallas side? We had Joe, we had Nathan. Who else do we have on the Dallas side? Who else do we have taking Dallas? Honestly forget. I know Evan said Eagles. Sean said Eagles. Bryce said Eagles. Who are the other people that said Dallas? Trying to read back in the chat. Jason said Cowboys. Man, but Bryce, Sean, Evan, you guys want to jump ship? You want to jump ship, man? I mean, Cowboys have a 1st and goal situation now. They're right there. They're right there at the end zone now. Gibson is hurt. Gibson was the injured player. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 1st and goal for the Cowboys. 8 yards separates Dallas from a game-winning touchdown. And Javonte Williams powering through. He's going to be brought down at the 1. Ooh. 4 minutes, 45 seconds, and ticking. Still a good amount of time on the clock. Plenty of time if the Cowboys do score for the Eagles to come back. Dak under center. Keeps it. Rolling over to his right. Prescott with the QB keeper. He can't get it into the end zone. 3rd and goal now. 4 minutes and ticking on the clock. Still time, but Cowboys may pull it off, Sean says. 3rd and goal. Prescott in the shotgun. Over to his right is Williams. Prescott drops back into the pocket. Prescott airing it out, looking for a man open! And CD can't hang on to it. CD calling for a flag. Nothing given. No flag on the play. It went right through his arms. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. CeeDee Lamb was like this, and the ball went right through his arms. 4th and goal. They're going to keep the offense out. I know, Joe. Thank you, man. They're going to keep the offense out, and George Pickens comes back into the game. Cowboys choose to go for it. Love you, Bryce. On 4th. Prescott drops back into the pocket. Fires it over. It's caught by Ferguson, but he's short. He is short of the touchdown. The Eagles will be taking over on the 1-yard line. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Prescott had Ferguson, could not put enough juice on it to get that into the end zone. Ferguson had to lean forward to catch it. And in result, he was short. Pickens is not happy. Appreciate you, Nathan. Well, we're all thinking the same thing. Safety. Could we see a safety? CeeDee Lamb losing his mind on the sideline. Oh my goodness. Not happy with that. Could we see a safety? Could a safety decide this game? Hurts and Barkley stand in the end zone. Barkley lines up now as a receiver. Hurts is alone in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. A.J. Brown's got a one-on-one. Hurts drops back, fires it over, looking for Brown, and it's caught. 1st down, Philadelphia. Well, no more safety anymore. Good quick pass right there by Hurts. Really good toe tap by A.J. Brown, able to haul that one in for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs for the Birds, setting up shop at about, I think, the 13. A.J. Brown, 8 catches, 10 targets for 110 yards. Hurts in the shotgun with Barkley over to his right. Drops back into the pocket. Firing over, and he finds Devontae Smith in the slot for a big gain. The Eagles continue to move the chains. Man, so I really thought the Cowboys were going to score there, but now those people who said Philly, they're sitting pretty right now. Sean, Evan, and Bryce. Y'all might be right. I rhymed a little bit. Setting up shop at the 29. Fresh set of downs. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley over to his left. Drops back. Throws it over for Barkley. Barkley, spin move, but he's going to get pushed out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. Gain of nothing, really. It's a 2nd and 10. CeeDee Lamb, very unhappy at the sideline. I would be unhappy too if I was CeeDee. Hurts is in the shotgun. Does he have a game-winning play in him? 2:10 and ticking on the clock. We're nearing the 2-minute warning. Hurts drops back into the pocket. Hurts fires it forward for Barkley. Barkley looking for the 1st down, gets tripped up a little bit by the turf monster. And we got our 2-minute warning. Clock stops on 3rd down. It's going to be a 3rd and about 3. CeeDee might also be very unhappy that he dropped that ball in the end zone. But man, guys, what a freaking game we are calling here. We are at the 2-minute warning. We are tied up at 21. The Eagles have the ball coming down the field. It's about a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 maybe. Looking to converge there. We've had fumbles left and right in this fourth quarter. We've had players like George Pickens, though, step up and make crazy, ridiculous catches. Dak Prescott, even though he kind of sold last play, had that big rushing touchdown. Hurts had a fantastic first quarter and a half, but after that went ice cold. Same thing for Barkley. Browns had a pretty good game. Devontae Smith's had a solid game, but just back and forth, it's been the penalties and it's been the fumbles in this game. Wow, wow, wow. We are going on 13 minutes. I don't even know what I'm saying. We're going on 3 minutes. We're going on 3 hours, 18 minutes. And this game is ridiculous. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're at the 2-minute warning commercial break. First of all, shout out to Paige Laundromat again for bringing you this fantastic play-by-play. But final says right here. This is the final prediction for everyone in the chat. You stay with one team. Are you guys going to stick with who you picked? Bryce, Sean, Joe, Nathan, all you guys, Evan, Jason, are you going to stay with the team you picked originally, or are you going to flip sides? You put your final prediction down in the comments right now. Who are you going to pick to win this game? And that is the team you're going to ride with. Yankees aren't playing today, Joe. Let's go. Eagles or Cowboys? Throw them in the comments. That is the team you're going to ride with. If you don't put any team, I'm just gonna assume you're gonna ride. I think we're just about short of we're probably at like the 38 right now, Bryce. That's the field position. 38, low shy of the 40. If you don't say anything, we're just gonna stick with your previous team. So Sean is gonna stay on Team Eagles. Okay? Sean staying with Team Green. Eagles have it, Bryce. Eagles do have it. Joe's going to go with the Cowboys. He's locking in his team, the Cowboys. Bryce is locking in Eagles. And if Nathan doesn't say anything, I'm just assuming he's staying with Cowboys. Jason, same thing. Evan, same thing. What a freaking game, guys. It is 3rd and 2 for Philly. 3rd and 2. Man, I was pretty spot on with the field placement. It's just about at the 36. Hurts in the shotgun, looking to get that first down. 2 yards separate him from it. He's in the shotgun. Calls for it. Barkley's over to his right. He's got trips lined up to his left. Hurts takes it, drops back into the pocket, looking for a man open. He's going to scramble a little bit, and Hurts is going to get sacked. Jalen Hurts is brought down. A huge sack for the Cowboys. Oh, my goodness. Jalen Hurts could not find anyone open, and coming through like a freight train was the Cowboys' D-line as they bring him down. Yeah, Joe, play that soundboard. Come on, baby. Come on. My goodness. Yeah, blow the whistle, baby. So on 4th and 15, the Eagles are going to punt. That was a 13-yard sack Hurts took. We have 1:52 left on the clock. And the Eagles are punting the ball back over to the Cowboys. Oh my goodness gracious. They're going to let it bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds. Past the end. What a comeback. They were down 21. They were down by 21, guys. 21, and they came back. We are tied up at 21. 1:44 on the clock. Dak Prescott going out there with his boys, trying to win the game and keep their playoff hopes alive. This isn't just some random game. If the Cowboys win this, they legit have a shot to get a wild card seed. If they lose, though, it's looking very bad for their playoff hopes. They might actually be eliminated if they lose. They're trying to keep their heads above water and their season alive They got off to an incredibly slow start, but have been winning games left and right. This could be the epitome of wins for them, though. If they could surpass the Eagles, they could prove themselves to be a legit team. They sit at 4-5-1. Man, oh man. I think there's some confusion. Well, they're going to punt it again. This time they have to walk it back a lot more. Again, I can't hear the TV. I don't know what the darn penalties are or what the darn discussions are, but the Cowboys are going to take it back. And it's going to get pushed out of bounds at the sideline. Flag on the play. There are those flags, guys. There are those flags. Can you point? He didn't point. He didn't give me a left or right to where the flag's on. I think it's on the Cowboys, though. I would love it. I can't hear the game. So when I just see the yellow come across, he didn't do any hand signals. He didn't do anything. He just said penalty, and he didn't point. Like, if he points to a side, that would be great. But 1:33 on the clock. This is huge right here. Ball at the 34-yard line. That's where the Cowboys set up shop. Fresh set of downs. Receiver in motion. Dak steps back. Flips it over to Ferguson. Ferguson breaks a tackle. Breaks some more. And the ball goes loose, but it rolls out of bounds. Woo! Cowboys catch a huge break as the ball rolled out of bounds. Came out of the hands of Ferguson, though. Cooper DeJean with the forced fumble. Man, I love Cooper DeJean. That's my boy right there. He is amazing to watch. 2nd and 3. Hand off to Williams. Williams ricochets off a defender. Gets a yard or two on that carry. 3rd down now. 1:03 on the clock. Can y'all feel the intensity, man? I feel it from here. I feel it from here. Oh my goodness. Just like we've had the Dak interception, we've had the Saquon fumble, we've had the Xavier Gibson fumble. You know? Just when we think, oh, that's going to be the deciding factor, another one rolls in. Another one happens. Someone else fumbles. Another team makes a mistake. They go back and forth. I really thought, though, that Gibson fumble was going to seal the deal for the Cowboys, but they couldn't come through. Now it's 3rd and 2. Let's see what the Cowboys can do. Dak's in the shotgun. Lamb in motion. Steps back into the pocket. Dak airing it out, and he finds Ferguson for a big gain and a 1st down. 52 seconds on the clock. The Cowboys are just trying to get into field goal range. We're still tied at 21. A field goal would most likely win this. Timeout called. We're going to stop the clock at 50. Now, it is worth noting Brandon Aubrey has missed a field goal already in this game. He missed a 51-yarder. I assume the Cowboys will try to make that a lot shorter. Probably give him like a 30-yarder, maybe a 40, but I don't think they're going to give him a 51-yarder. Giving, though, that the Cowboys continue to move it down the field. 52 seconds on the clock. Prescott is under center. Receiver in motion. Williams a few yards behind him. Prescott. He's going to call an audible, it looks like. Hands it off to Williams. Williams is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Gets a yard on the play. The Eagles still have 2 timeouts. They're going to use one of them, though. Or they have 2 timeouts after they use this one. So they're going to call it at 45 seconds. Oh, my goodness gracious, guys. I don't even know I don't even have any predictions, you know? Just when you think the Cowboys are moving it down the field, they get stopped. Just when you think the Eagles are having a big drive, they fumble. You never know. George Pickens is back on the field. Maybe he could do something. But the Cowboys, bottom line, need to get into field goal range. That will win them this game. Prescott, under center again. Receiver in motion. Play action. Fires it over, and he finds Pickens. Pickens has some speed, and he gets great breaking room right there and brings it just shy of the 20-yard line. Our Philly defender, though, is down holding his knee. Big gain right there for George Pickens. That's a huge play because that brings them into field goal range. Good yards after catch for George Pickens. And Pickens is hurt too. Holding maybe his hamstring or his groin. But the concern is obviously on the Philly player who looks to have a bad knee injury. Holy moly, though, what a play. And what a block by Javonte Williams. Y'all got to realize this. Javonte Williams had a huge block on that play to let that develop. If he didn't block that defender, Dak Prescott would get sacked. Shout out Javonte Williams. Huge block. Here we go, Nathan. Could we see it? George Pickens is that dog. Let's see it, baby. Still 35 seconds on the clock. At a commercial break right now. But holy moly, guys. First and 10, setting up shop at 22-yard line as we bring you back to Dallas. Dak's going to spike it, or he's just going to, I don't really know what happened there. A little love tap of a play. They're just going to let the clock run, though. I think that's the goal. Yep. They're going to be stealing clock time. And it looks like, pending a Brandon Aubrey field goal, probably going to have a Cowboys win, baby. Wow. Yep, Cowboys just letting that clock run. It's going to be their final play, though. It's 3rd and 12. Just going to let it run, and they're going to give it to Brandon Aubrey. And there we go. The clock stops at 3 seconds, and out goes Brandon Aubrey. Can he do it? Can he complete the comeback for the Cowboys? Can he keep the Cowboys head above water? Keep them in this tight playoff race? He's 0 for 1, but that was a 51-yarder. This is a lot shorter. Aubrey stands back, awaiting the snap. The snap, the hold, the kick. And she is good. And the has come all the way back to victory. Your final score is the Dallas Cowboys 24, the Philadelphia Eagles 21. The Cowboys move to 5-5-1 as the Eagles fall to 8-3. The Cowboys are still in it, baby. They are still in it as they complete the comeback, and they are rocking in Dallas, baby. What a game. What a game. It came down to the last second that the Cowboys pulled through. Thank you, everyone, for listening, staying on the stream and watching. My name is George Sewell, swinging for the fences. Thank you, everyone, for watching. The chat was phenomenal. And yeah, that was fantastic. We have another show coming your way at 8, the wrap-up show. But Joe, I don't know if you're listening. You're going to have to drop me, though, real quick. I'm going to need to drop Joe.
Yep.
So
We will be back in about 13 to 15 minutes.
I'll jump on like 8:30-ish.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Great stream.
Yep.
Go boys. Go boys. Go boys. Go boys. And because those two said they're in the penalty box, by the way, Evan and Sean, you're in the penalty box. You better be nice to me in the next 13 minutes. See you later, guys. Great call, George.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you very much.
Take care, George. Thank you.
See you soon.
Take care. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Incredible game. The Lords were with us because we picked a great game to call, and he did George did a wonderful job. Please, if you ever do it, press the like button for George for the stream. He does deserve it. He did a great job. Come on, guys. Let's have a big like. People, that the 30% of you that are watching and you don't subscribe and you don't do anything, today is a deserving day. Please go over to like what George did today, what Mania is all about. And it would be nice to subscribe to, everyone. So we'll see you in about 12 minutes on a new stream. Take care, everyone. Thank you for being there for the whole game. Really appreciate it. Press that like button, please. Like.